and welcome in. It is the Tuesday edition of the Whataburger Podcast here on KSFA860.com. That's KSFA860. I'm your boy Big Nasty with you here. It's Tuesday, May 13th, 2014, and our Whataburger Podcast is always streaming live right here. Posted for you, archived, KSFA860.com. That's how we roll. Talk to me, baby. Just talk to me. Welcome in. Want to get in touch with us? Always drop me an email, Q107, Gary at, I tell you, Q1077.com, Gary at Q1077.com. A lot of topics to get for you here today. I will start off with the NBA tonight. 2 games on tap. Indiana will try to close out Washington. They are a 5-point favorite at home tonight, 6 o'clock on TNT. Clippers will be at Oklahoma City tonight. They're getting a 5 spot as well. 8:30, both games on TNT tonight. And I am going home in the first one, dog in the second one. I don't think Oklahoma City will respond very well to dumping Game 4 in Clipperland. Donald Sterling last night sounding like, or Monday night sounding like a clown with Cooper Anderson. Cooper Anderson looked like snow. Looked like he had dyed that hair a little too blonde for me. But, hey, that is what it is. But either way, I think the Clippers respond tonight. I don't know if they win in Oklahoma City, but I think they keep it close. And I think Washington closes out the Wizards tonight, and that'll be at home. Last night, LeBron James, of course, did something heroic, historic, and we don't even hear about it because everyone's talking about Donald Sterling. Monday night, he goes off, beats the Nets, essentially by himself. If you factor in that defense and the truth, Paul Pierce said, I want LeBron James tonight. That's what he said on Sunday. Well, about halfway through it on Monday, he's going, can we have a little help over here? LeBron James goes off for 49 points, and this isn't a thing where he had to shoot 50 times to get 49. He was 16 of 24 shooting. Hey, Mr. Westbrook, that's how you do it. You're going to shoot 24 times, make 16 of them, go to the line and score 50. Not shoot it 24 times to get 27 points. That's not helping your team win. LeBron shoots 24, scores 49. The rest of the team pumps in 53. I'm just going to throw that out there. He did a big-time game last night, and even with that going down, the Nets could not make a field goal over the last 4 minutes and change and still had a chance to win. And it was, yes, LeBron scored 49, but it was the big three-pointer that LeBron draws the triple team in the paint. He kicks it out to Chris Bosh, and with a little under a minute to go, Chris Bosh in a tie game makes a big three. Man, that's the difference right there between Westbrook and LeBron. Westbrook would have just fired up an off-balance running layup trying to hit a miracle shot. LeBron James draws the team in, kicks it out for the three, and you got guys out there that can knock it down, and that's exactly what he did. So a big win right there for the Nets, and I think is pretty much a done deal as they go up 3-1, headed back to Miami for Game 5 tomorrow. But they did give the Miami Heat a lot of business there, winning Game 3 and had a great chance to win Game 4. But in the end, the Miami Heat are just too good. And also late last night, if you didn't stay up, Portland does get one from the Spurs, 103-92. It was a 35-20 fourth quarter run by Portland that avoided the sweep there for the Trailblazers. But they'll be back in San Antonio on Tuesday or Wednesday night, Hump Day Wednesday, and I got a serious feeling they ain't gonna like it. Just gonna throw that out there. So that's your basketball update. Once again, welcome into our podcast here. I'm Big Nasty with you. We're brought to you by Whataburger, locations throughout East Texas. Stop by Whataburger today. Now, a lot of things on the draft we still haven't got to. I've got an interesting take here on Johnny Football, baseball talks. We can go each and everywhere you want to go, but I wanted to start off with Josh Gordon, and I kind of visited with you about him Tuesday morning on our Big Nasty Show, which is every day, every weekday, 5 to 7 a.m., right over on KSFA 860 and streaming live right here on KSFA860.com. Josh Gordon is a kid out of Houston, went to Baylor, and you may not know all. All we know is he flunked a drug test, missed 2 games this year, and now he's on the hook of flunking another drug test and looks like he's going to be suspended all year. Go back a little deeper. Go back to 2010 when this guy was a sophomore at Baylor, and he and a guy named Willie Jefferson fall asleep at the drive-thru at Taco Bell over in Waco, have to be woken up by the police. They are arrested. Willie Jefferson in his car. He gets kicked off the team. It's his second offense with drugs. With it being only Josh Gordon's first offense, he's allowed to stay on the team. Well, that, my friend, was in May of 2010. Lo and behold, in July of 2011, Gordon is suspended indefinitely by Art Briles. He flunked another drug test. Mary Jane, again, was the drug of choice here. So in August of that year, he sees he's going to be out for the year. He declares a transfer to Utah and enrolls in Utah. Now, he's got to sit out 2011 season because he's transferring. Decides he's going to play 2012. Last minute, he applies for the supplemental draft. And Cleveland, and again, there's no one testing or debating the talent of one Josh Gordon. No one. I mean, this guy is a straight-out baller, shot caller. I'm sure he has blades on his 20-inch blades on his Impala. But the reality is here, the guy's got a drug problem, and you jeopardize your team when you go that route. Cleveland drafts him in the second round of the supplemental draft in 2012. They give him a 4-year, $5.3 million contract, guaranteed, unless you miss it for drugs. And by doing so, they had to forfeit their second-round pick in the 2013 draft, which was last year. Well, rookie year, stays out of trouble. 50 catches, over 800 yards, 7 touchdowns. Then it's a summertime issue here for Gordon. The summer of 2013, June 7th, flunks another drug test. He's entered into the substance abuse program. He's suspended 2 games. So he misses the first 2 games, 2013, this past year. Through 14 games, he comes out for 1,646 yards, led the NFL in yards. He's first-team All-Pro. He and Megatron. He makes the Pro Bowl. He has a solid year, again, with 4 different quarterbacks, and he's going great. And so they're drafting Manziel. They've got running backs coming in. They've stored up the defense, and he flunks another drug test because of marijuana. And I am sitting here and listening to people feel sorry for Josh Gordon, feel sorry for the Cleveland Browns, and I'm here to tell you, don't feel sorry for either one. The guy will not he will not put up, and I know drug addiction. I don't know drug addiction. Let me rephrase that. I haven't had any battles or run-ins with that kind of stuff. Now I'll sit up and have a Bud Light with you as long as you want to, but I know it's a disease. I understand, but if you won't take it upon yourself to get some help here, when you're looking at money for you and your family, and you've got teammates and an entire city that are wanting you to be there, and you can't be there for them, how can you have any trust in this guy? Cleveland has no chance but to get rid of him. And then you want to say, well, boy, I feel bad for Cleveland. Well, don't do that either. He flunked. It's one thing to go out with a 7th-round draft pick and take a flyer, or a 5th round or 6th round. Second round is not the chance to be rolling the dice. And that's what Cleveland did. They rolled the dice on a guy with a lot of great talent, but a very checkered past. And now it's coming back, and it's going to bite them in the tookish. And they want you to feel sorry for him and look at him, and it's just tough for me to feel sorry for either side. The people I feel sorry for, the fans of Cleveland and the guys in that locker room, who all the buzz is rolling. They got Manziel. Now, Cleveland knew that he was going to be suspended. Still didn't make him draft Sammy Watkins. But no one else knew until they draft Manziel, and everybody's talking about this and talking about that. And then on Friday of the draft, it comes out he's flunked a drug test. And it was a shock to just about everybody from Cleveland. So I hate that, but again, to take a word from a person that reminds me of some of that, it is exactly what it is. The other thing that I want to talk to you today about in our Tuesday podcast here on May 13th was Johnny Football. And, of course, we all know over at Kyle Field, they're renovating Kyle Field. It's going to go to, 108,000 folks, one of the biggest and the second biggest in the nation, I believe it is, second biggest in the ACC behind Neyland Stadium. And one of the regions, Jim Schwartzner, wants to name it Kyle Field, the house that Johnny built. And I've read on Facebook and I've read on Twitter, which we are at Big Nasty 500, how could they possibly want to do that? What are they talking about? The house that Johnny built? Come on, man. Come on, man, me. If you think that A&M would be building this stadium over there, renovating Kyle Field without a Pacific number 2, Johnny Football, you are outside of your mind. They've been talking about doing this for 10 years, okay? And as soon as Johnny Football takes them to 10-2 in a Cotton Bowl win over Oklahoma, they raised the money in 2 months. 2 months. That's why you got a Board of Regents that sees exactly what Johnny Football did for that university, and he wants the kid to get a little recognition. And I have no problem with it at all, because if you don't think, oh, no, we're building this field because we've got great tradition, we've got the core, we've got a great agricultural program here, we're a great institution, that's why we're revitalizing, if you will, Kyle Field. You're crazy, man. You are. It ain't Mike Evans. It ain't Jokel. It ain't Matthews. It ain't Christian Michael. It is Johnny Manziel. That's why you're getting 110,000 stadium over there at Kyle Field, and why any of you guys would have a problem with one of the regents wanting to let Johnny Manziel have a little bit of that credit and have it on there forever, then you just don't get it. Yes, it is a great institution, and anybody would be very lucky to go there and get a degree. I completely agree with you. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you think all those donors and all those alumni wrote those big fat checks because they like Kevin Sumlin, or they like the history of the program, or they like Reveille, you're out of your mind. This is all Johnny Football, and I'm going to go one step farther. I cannot wait for college football season to get here this year and watch you same guys that tell me how you could have done it in the SEC without Johnny Football. It's the A&M Aggies. It's not just one guy. Yeah, we'll see about that. We will see about that. I can't wait for it to get on. And when we wrap things up, I normally put different songs on here for you, segue into what we got going. Well, you know, you guys all know I like Beyonce. And, of course, Jay-Z's got 99 Problems. Well, now a woman is one. But a little song, it may be sang by Beyonce. To the left. But hold on. Wait a second. It's Beyonce. Of course, the song is Irreplaceable. And I know it came out a little bit before Johnny Football hit the field at Kyle Field. But I got a feeling come the last Thursday of August, when you guys are in Columbia, South Carolina, you're going to be going Johnny Football, irreplaceable. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Put your stuff in the box on the left and bring me back some Johnny Football. That's what the Aggies will be screaming here in that final Thursday of August at Columbia, South Carolina. Book it. Talk to him, Beyonce. Irreplaceable. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. That's what Tuesday's edition of the podcast here on KSFA860.com. You guys keep it real. I'll see you at 5 a.m. over on KSFA 860, and again right here on KSFA860.com, streaming live. It's the Big Nasty Show every weekday, 5 to 7. Thanks for tuning in to the Whataburger Podcast. I'll see you tomorrow. See if she's home. Oops, I bet you thought that I